al-Islam. That's the Quran. A perfect religion. We are not perfect. The religion is perfect. So if we become enmeshed in the religion, economically we excel. Physically, we don't have all the junkiness. Our mind is clear. We're ready to work. We're in good health. Mentally, we read and read and read. That is a Muslim. That's why your children look up to you, not because you say Assalamu alaikum. It's the life that you exhibit. Now, we have strayed from the faith. We have become ceremonial. We pray 5 times a day, or we attempt to pray 5 times a day. We say we're observing Ramadan. We mix it up a little bit and cheat a little bit, but we say that we're in that direction. We say that we are going through the proper rituals, but Allah said this is not a religion of rituals. Righteousness is not facing the east or the west. We are given a beautiful life that gives us love and joy and peace and intelligence. The reason that the Islamic societies flourished for so long is they took people of wisdom and put them at the top. They said, brother, get your degree and come back and build a nation. You know what we say? Well, if he has a degree, man, we got to keep him down. We're afraid of him. He may try to take over. That's crazy. That's ignorant. That will keep the race shackled. So if we as Muslims imitate all the things that the decadent white Christians did, we are no better than they are. We must be an example if you want to be respected. We must live the life. People must come up to us and say, brother, excuse me, you must be a Muslim. And you say, well, why do you say that? Alhamdulillah. It says it's in your face. It's in the way you carry yourself. When I see your family walking down the street, there's something different about them. That's Islam. That's when the young people say, I want to be a Muslim. That's when the rap groups start saying, I'm black and I'm proud. The rap groups start talking about the history, the Mandingo, the Muslims going all the way to Mexico. Those were Muslims who went to see the Aztecs. The Arabic is written in the mountain as a proof. We must represent no excuses, no crutches, no self-pity. We are the giants. Under the Romans or the Greeks, they installed their people. That's where the political, ethnic complexion of the rulers took place, not with the Muslims. Now, what changed that position? If you talk to King Hassan in Morocco, you saw his mother? King Hassan's mother is blacker than you or I. How did that happen? You, of course, are familiar with Brother Yaqub, who ruled Morocco. He had 20,000 Sudanese as one of his most important wings. They ruled my namesake, Mansour, a black man from Morocco, took his troops and invaded Spain and took it over. 21,000 volumes in the library. He had 10 square miles of roads that were lighted when the rest of the northern Europeans were living in caves. He brought knowledge, respect for knowledge, a black man who ruled. This is a Muslim, Mansour, who ruled Morocco and Spain simultaneously. They named the Rock of Gibraltar after him. This brother brought his troops across the Mediterranean, and the Spanish were up and down the hills with cannons. And he told his soldiers, look up those hills, that's what's in front of you. Look behind you, the water is behind you. Burn the ships. He burned every ship that brought these brothers from Morocco into Spain. And he told them, go for what you know. They conquered Spain, led by a black man and a Muslim, and they established the cultural underpinnings of Spain. Now they, in the course of conquering Spain, took literally tens and 20s and 50,000 people from Spain back to Morocco as slaves. I don't recommend it, that's what he did. He took those white people back to Morocco. They have now become part of the country. They became part, not because he was trying to punish black people, he was black. He was trying to be an integrationist. That was not Islam doing that. That was a man who thought he wanted labor free, and he took it. Instead of killing the prisoners of war, he made them slaves. Now, when Timbuktu developed, people from Morocco came to Timbuktu. People from all over the Islamic world came to Timbuktu. Who were the professors? The Africans. There's a king, so that I don't just give my opinion. Let me quote from King Banu of the Hausa tribe of Nigeria. King Banu wrote to the Sultan of Morocco. And he said to the Sultan of Morocco that we are Muslims. And there are people who came from Medina and Mecca who came to Arabia, who married into our tribe and started our kingdom. They didn't try to take us over, they didn't try to kill us, and they brought to us knowledge and wisdom. There's another brother, this is recorded in the Lost Cities of Africa by Basil Davis. He describes Portuguese who came to Mozambique. Mozambique is an Arab word. It means the house of Musa, Bet Musa. The Portuguese called it Mozambique. These Portuguese sailors tricked one of the kings from Mozambique onto their ship, and they brought him to Oman and sold him as a slave. And this brother, who was a king, converted to Islam and came back to Mozambique and converted all of his people. And he met that same sailor one day, the sea captain, and the sea captain was scared to death because now he's on brother's turf. And brother said, I ought to kill you for what you did, tricking me on that boat. However, with all the evil in your heart, you introduced me to something that I can never replace, Islam. I'm going to spare your life because I have gotten something now worth all the suffering. I have Islam.